Number 4 involves looking at powers of 10, which is something we will use. It's a handy way of writing, very, very large and very, very small numbers. We have 2.3 times 10 to the 5, and the question is to just write that out as a decimal. Again, there's a rule for this, but if you haven't used it in a while, the rule's going to be rusty. But even without a rule, if you just think in terms of what what the symbols mean, you can pretty well figure it out. The power, 10 to the 5, just powers are just a way of showing a repeated multiplication. So 10 to the 5 just means 5 tens multiplied together. So you got 2.3, times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. So 5 tens multiplied together. You could just do that on your calculator. You can do it longhand. 2.3 times the 10 will give you 23, times 10 more would be 230, 2,300, and so on. Each 10 just makes it 10 times bigger. 230,000 is what you end up with for the answer. So again, there's a rule for this. The 10 to the 5 causes you to move the decimal place 5 places to the right. But again, rules are hard to remember when you don't use them very much. Later it might be a question of which way is it, to the right, to the left. How does that work? A common way to get this wrong would be to go 5 decimal places the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd end up with 0.0000023. So which is it? Again, I don't really think in those terms. I mean, I would actually have trouble telling you left or right. If you just ask me, Dr. Caney, which way do you move the decimal place? Should I go to the right or to the left? I'd have to think about it for a second. I'm not sure. I think more in terms of kind of big and small. I mean, 10 to the 5 is a big number. 100,000. To absorb that over here, you've got to make this bigger. So I need to move the decimal place, in the direction that makes it bigger, and then, that's to the right. But moving it to the other way makes the number smaller. So this is teeny tiny, microscopic fractional. That's really, really, really big. So again, I think in terms of kind of big and small, and not so much what the rule is saying. Patterns and rules are important, but one thing to be careful of is there'll be patterns that people kind of turn into rules in their mind. For instance, another common wrong answer is people will see 2.3 and 10 to the 5, and they'll think, oh, okay, 5 zeros. 10 to the 5 means 5 zeros. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. But that's too big. 230,000 is what it is. What's happening here is that this already has a fractional part. It takes one of the tens to get just up to 23, and so you only get 4 zeros from the other tens. If you had 2.3764228 times 10 to the 5, it would have no zeros at all when you wrote it out as a decimal.